Hey guys, Bree here. So we are going to make my Baby Grayson a cute little onesie. Okay, so I absolutely love the onesies that have the little mittens on the end, especially for the newborns. So we are due here in January, like the first week of January, but honestly, I don't know that we're gonna make it. It could be any day now. We're like 4 days away from 36 weeks, and anyways, it could happen literally any day. But let's go ahead and get started. So let me actually put the table up a little bit over my belly. Makes it a little bit easier for me. So I've got, let me see, let me make sure I can get this pulled up so I can see your comments. You guys feel free, hit the heart button and then let me know that you are here, that you are watching. I sure do appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna put, that's there. Okay, that way I can get it pulled up. I know it is late, so if you are catching a replay, that is a-okay. So I'm gonna take this little ink mat. So I like this one because it's actually a pretty long sheet, but I cut it up so that way it just helps me however small I need to make it. So this one I did cut down fairly small to fit inside of the onesie, right? And the ink mats, this particular one is 11 by 23, and then I just cut it down. I start by cutting it into like 2/3 and then 1/3. And then you can use that third, will end up looking something like this. And then if you absolutely want to cut it down the center, you can. Kind of whatever you want. All right, I'm gonna have to take this off. We just got back from the restaurant. Well, we went to go eat dinner. I did have to go to Target first to return some pants. And then we went over to go eat Texas Roadhouse. It was delicious. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Kim and Linda, Deborah, Mary, Nettie, and Sherry. Hello. Hello, ladies. Okay. So, y'all, we're going to use these cute little animals. I'm going to use the raccoon, which I don't think I've used the raccoon yet, but I think he's adorable. Okay, so we're gonna put him on there. Okay, and then the raccoon, he's gonna be, what color are raccoons? I didn't even think about that. What color are raccoons? Let's see. Let me grab my keyboard. What color are raccoons? They're like gray. Like a brown gray. Do you think it could be a red panda? They kind of look like raccoons too, don't they? Okay, it's kind of gray. Like a gray and a tan. So I've got the tan here already. And I think the outline would probably be a little bit more grayish. So we could do this one first, paint it in, and then do, or no, I think we should do gray. We'll color him gray and then go over him in black. I think that'll be best. We'll color him in gray. Okay, so I am using ink. So remember that ink is permanent, you guys. We're going to put it on a onesie here. Let me get back over to this. Hi, LaDawn. Thank you so much. Hi, Robin. We are doing good. Gray and black. Okay, cool. Gray, yeah. We're gonna do gray and then go back over it with black. So first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to apply our first color that I'm gonna paint in our raccoon with, okay? So, and I didn't even think about it, but are the raccoon's eyes black? Yes, they are. Okay, so whatever that undercolor is, you're gonna wanna do it first. And then if you're wanting to paint it, you could paint it in like this, or if you happen to get the shapes, because, well, if you do order within the time frame that they're available, they come with free shapes. And I'll give you an idea of what the shapes would look like. They are actually chalkable though, meaning they're chalkboard surfaces. So you could just take it off if it doesn't look good, and then you can redo it. The ones I have are wood, because I didn't have any other chalkable shapes on me. Look how cute he is. Okay, so we're actually gonna color him in. Okay, so that is what he looks like right now. We're gonna paint him in. I'm gonna rinse this off real quick, okay? And let me kind of show you guys how I do that. Okay, so I have a mat here, and actually I'm gonna do a video tomorrow that I'll post, and I'll post it in my Amazon link. But you guys, I found a pretty good deal on a mat that I'll use to clean, and it's black, so that way you don't see like all the dirty stuff. But I'll do a video and I'll post the link to this tomorrow into my Amazon shop, so that way if you guys need a mat, that one is going to be a good one. But like I said, let me do the video tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure that mat was good quality, because it was a really good deal too. So wait for tomorrow and I'll show that to you. Okay, so this is clean. We're gonna set this aside, and then we'll come back to it in just a little bit. Right, because we're gonna need to use it again to go over in black. But first, we're gonna paint. Man, the one thing about this huge table is I cannot reach anything. So I have to like walk around the table just to get to my paintbrushes. Hi. You need to make a baby shower gift? Oh, well, this is perfect. And it is so, like, it is so cute. I just love like the little faces on this. And the fact that you could put the bow like as a bow tie, or you could put it on the head. If it's a girl, it's gonna be great. Yeah, Grayson is just hanging out right now. He's not making too many movements at the moment. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint this in, all right? We are painting in everything here. Okay, so I'm honestly not worried about any of the, I'm gonna try and keep his mouth open though, right? Like where his mouth would be. And maybe his eyes. I won't color those two things in. But everything else, I am going to paint in, and then we're gonna let it dry. And I'm gonna do another project, and we're gonna come back to this one, because I don't want to heat set it just yet. Mainly because if you go back and you heat set it, it's going to shrink your fabric just a little bit. And then whenever you go to line it back up, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to line back up exactly how it was. We learned that whenever we did the volleyball jersey for my sister the other day, a couple weeks ago. Hi Barb, hi Mary. I'm doing good, thank you. I am doing good. All right, he's starting to move around a little bit, but like I said, he's probably was taking a nap, and he's like, I am so full. Let me just take a nap on the way home. But man, he has been moving so much. Just so much all the time. Hi, Jamie. All right, so again, we are filling this little guy in. Oh, my heat press is gonna want to turn off in a second. All right, again, we did everything in gray first. We did everything in gray first, right? It's called Storm. And we are using ink. So remember, you do have to use ink, and it does need to be heat set. So we are just painting in, filling in the rest of the gray. So that way our raccoon is gray underneath. And then we'll go back on top with black here once we're done. Well, I'll let it dry for just a little bit. But this is really, really cute. And it has like 4 little animals on it. So it has a raccoon, a honey badger, a fox, and a bear. And then I have like a bunch of different glasses that you can change out. It's all just pretty cute. All right. We are almost done here, and then we'll swap over. I think we'll do the bear. Cool, okay. So I'm just gonna pull this down a little bit. All right, close that up. Looks so funny. Looks like a cat. We're due the first week of January. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. Okay, now we did this yesterday for Grayson, and so the frame itself is on my wood cutout site, but this was another one that came inside of that bundle, and so I wanted to put the bear on it, but I wanted to match this theme, right? So I have my forest. Remember, you can get forest and the paste packets only right now through the 12th. And then we use eucalyptus, and then I may use white. Excuse me. But I do have camel and bark for our bear, okay? So let's paint. Let's go ahead and paint the background here. Let me see, let me get a little bit bigger brush. Did I add? I might have to add myself a little bit more water here. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Ah, he's moving. And so I was watching this video. I have an app, right? It's like What to Expect. I think it's what it's called. And every week they send you like a video of what your baby should be doing and what he's, you know, learning to do, what's growing, what to expect, right? I used the same app whenever I was pregnant with Riley. It was really helpful. I really enjoy this app. And it was talking about how the baby should already be in position, head down. And if the baby is small, they're, for the most part, they can still, you know, end up breech. But man, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure, and the baby should be roughly like 5 pounds already. I'm pretty sure he's more than 5 pounds, and I'm pretty sure he's too big to be moving or flipping to go breech, because I feel like he's just gonna pop out. I do. I feel like he's just gonna pop out. I feel like he's got both of his legs and they're both pushing up here and he's pushing himself down, and I'm like, because he like pushes in all directions. and he's super active at night. Super active at night. You know, last night I feel like he didn't want to go to sleep either. Riley didn't want to go to sleep. She didn't go to sleep till 2 o'clock yesterday, y'all. I'm so glad that she's feeling better. It's like music to my ears that she's kind of, you know, back to her little sassy self. But y'all, 2 o'clock? I was ready to be in bed. I'm pretty sure Robert and I both fell asleep before she did. I tried to calm her down. We tried to get like relaxing music, dim lights, like all the things. But man, I think it's because she had hot chocolate a little too late. I think she had hot chocolate with dinner. I did too, which I didn't have hot chocolate today because I think it kept me up last night as well. I stayed up pretty late too, probably only till about 1:30 or so. Robert stayed up with Riley a little bit later. But the thing is we were in bed at 11:30. Like right after I got done with my live, I went straight, showered, laid down. And we could not fall asleep. It was the craziest thing. And that's the only thing that I can think of was probably the hot chocolate. Okay, so we painted the background of that. Let's paint the frame. I'm gonna go ahead and paint it with the forest. Okay. And again, if you guys have not got this forest color, I'm telling you, it is the best color. I forgot to put that in my Amazon link. I will put that in there. If you guys love this color just as much as I do. Oh, I'm putting together a list of Amazon favorite gifts for all ages, okay? So stay tuned for that. I should start it tomorrow. It should be up there tomorrow. And then I don't know that I can do it by ages, but I'll probably just put gifts, like, you know, Christmas gifts for all ages. And then you can just kind of go through them. Things that I've gotten, things that I've loved, things that people have got Riley that she absolutely loves. So hopefully that'll give you guys a good idea of, in case you still need to shop for anybody. I've gotcha. Like this bracelet thing that my aunt got her. She loves it. Absolutely loves it. And she can change it out, which is kind of cool. She can change out the charms and things like that. And it wasn't bad. I think it was only like 10 bucks. It's great. Hi, Annette. Okay, how do I paint this last part without getting it everywhere? All right, so after we do this, I'm gonna let this dry. We may actually have to finish this project first before I can go back to the t-shirt one, because I really do need that t-shirt piece to dry a little bit more. Well, maybe, we'll see. I'll check it out in a second. All right. Oh man. Here we go. Okay, so that's got to dry. This has to dry. Let's actually set those two things aside. And let's see if we can bring this one back in. Make sure I don't get it everywhere. Okay. Y'all, did y'all see my reel earlier? This thing is so cool. Look, it's this new light that I got. It has 3 LEDs on it, and then it folds up super cool too. But anyways, I have it here because I just need more light in my craft room, especially at nighttime. And so this thing has been great. Not that you guys can really tell the difference. I can, but it's really cool. Oh, good, Barbara, that's good. Niece, not niece. Oh, that's good, Sonia. I think she's gonna love it. Hi, Marie. Hi, Kay. All right, let me dry this just a little bit. And I'm gonna turn up my heat press to 350. Okay, and then we're gonna do it again, and we're gonna do it in black, right? Okay, you guys, hit the heart button if you haven't yet. Okay, so we're gonna take this, we're gonna put it back on top. And I'm gonna do my best to line it up the first time without problems. Ah. Okay. So here we go. I'm just gonna wipe off the one that I just used with the gray, and then let us, here we go. Make sure it's all down and flat. Okay, here we go. And if y'all haven't tried ink yet, just try it. Just give it a try. I do have some like sample Try Me kits. Try Me kits, they're tea towel Try Me kits. So that way you can try out ink. I think they're available under my links. No, it's on my page, at the top of my page. So if you visit my page here, at the top of it, it talks about like ink tea towel kits. So that way, if you are kind of intimidated by it because, you know, well, once it hits the surface, once it hits your fabric, it's permanent. So you just have to kind of take precaution and make sure you don't get it everywhere. Hold on, look how cute it is. Let me spray this with water, hold on. You guys, he's so cute. So let me clean this off real quick. It's just easier to clean, again, right away. Oh my gosh. Look at him. And do you guys see, I left his eyes white and his mouth. So the first part we did in gray, and then we painted it in. And then I just tried my best not to paint in the eyes and the mouth. Okay? So I'm gonna put a bow on him though. But we're gonna set this back aside. We'll let it dry for a little bit longer, and we're gonna put a bow. I was debating if I wanted to do glasses. I don't think I'm gonna do the glasses. I think I'm just gonna do the bow. But I've gotta figure out what color. Since the theme is green, I was thinking about doing the eucalyptus because the eucalyptus would kind of match the eucalyptus here. I don't have a forest green, but we could potentially try and make one, but we'll see. Tell me what you think. Should we do eucalyptus or should we attempt to make forest green? Okay. All right, so let's put this aside. Put it right there so you guys can see him. Because he's so cute. It does look like Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. He does. All right, so we're gonna dry this, and then I'm gonna come on top of it with some surface wax. Okay, and then we're gonna do the bear. Oh, that's the wrong surface. This one is pretty much empty. Let's use this one. Okay. Make your own hunter green. I know my nail polish too. That's because we did our family photos. I thought they would be ready today, but she didn't send them to me yet, so hopefully tomorrow. We did our family photos, and we were all dressed in this dark forest green. I can't wait to get back the photos. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to pull him down just a little bit. Okay. So I think we're gonna paint him first in camel. Okay. So that means I'm gonna go on with my camel first, and then we will go on top with bark once we paint him in. And if you guys don't have this transfer, remember that it's only available now through the 12th of December. And it's actually while supplies last. So if it sells out tomorrow, then it sells out tomorrow. But you actually get a set of some cutouts with it too that'll match each of the animals. Okay. So let me clean him because we're going to need to use the bear again once we dry the paint. So let me just clean him off real quick. Set him aside to dry. Okay. So now he's drying. We're going to paint this in. Let's see. I think we can use this paintbrush. Let me get the green off of it. And I think as for this one, I'm going to paint everything in because the background is green. I don't really want the green to show through. Let's see. Oh, I know, Riley with the baby cow. I cannot wait to see what those look like. Hi, Stacy. We don't, not to Australia. I'm so sorry. Hopefully one day we can. But as of right now, we don't. Yes. I'm sure that would be like super duper expensive too. I couldn't imagine. All right, so we're gonna paint in. So I'm trying to be careful around the edges here because I really don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside of the lines. But inside we just kind of brush it on. Again, when we get close to the outside, just be careful. Not to get too close. All right. This is gonna be so cute. I did make one of these for Riley, and I think it was the bear, but I made it into a cute little girl bear, and I put a bow in its hair. It was so cute. She actually wore it to, she wears it to some of our shows. Like whenever we do some of our events, she'll wear it there. It's like my little model. It's really cute. I'll probably have to make her and Grayson matching ones, right? So I'll have to maybe do another raccoon, but do it a girl. I'll get Riley another shirt. Oh, that would be so cute, because then both her and Grayson could be wearing it. Yes. How cute would that be? And then I'll need to write like big sister, little brother, or I could just put like best friends. Okay. So we have now filled in, we have painted in the bear, okay? And we want to dry this. And then we'll need to wax it. Best Buds, that one's cute too. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. We're gonna let that dry. We're gonna come back over to this one. So check out, these are like all of the things. So you've got the badger, you've got a fox, and then you even have like an eyeglass piece. You have a little pipe, it's super cute. And then you have like 4 different glasses to choose from. And then you have a little bow. So you can use it as a bow tie, or you can use it as like a hair bow up at the top. We are going to make him have a bow tie though. Okay, well, what did we say? Are we gonna do eucalyptus, or are we gonna attempt to make our own forest? If I make forest, I feel like, what colors do I add together to make that? I might have to add maybe the Tide and what is this? Meadow. Let's try it. If this color doesn't look good, then I will definitely just do eucalyptus. But I'm gonna put a little bit of meadow on one side. Okay, and I'm gonna put some Tide on the other side, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of both. And I'm gonna mix them together. Ooh. You guys. Okay. It needs to be a little darker. So I'm like, which color do I add now? It's like a dark green. Maybe brown. Do we have brown? Oh, that's gold. Oh, that's gold too. Maybe I don't have bark. Oh, I have it. It's right here. You guys, it's looking pretty good though. Let me show you what it made. Do you see it? But this is what we're trying to get to. Right? It just needs to be a little bit darker. I feel like sometimes black is just a little bit too much. I got the long sleeves on Amazon. I can post these that I got as well on there. Or maybe I got them from Target. I'll check. Yeah, see, sometimes I feel like black just makes it a little bit too dark, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sometimes I think black is better. Sometimes I think brown is better. Let's just try a little bit of brown. Ooh. I don't know. What do you say? That's pretty close. That is pretty close. I'm trying to think. It is really close, actually. I know. The ones you found were expensive? Yeah, I'll check, Charlene. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the tide and a little bit more of the brown. Yeah, I think that's pretty darn close. I mean, oh, you can't even tell I'm at, but I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. It might be a little bit more on the forest green side. And not the forest green, like a hunter green. But I still think it's really good. And it should definitely match a little better. So cute. Okay. let me do one thing real quick. I'm gonna try and dry this. I'm gonna set it back down, and I wanna do a second, kind of a second coat on top of it, because the black is showing through just a little bit, and I just wanna cover that up as much as I can, okay? Yeah, it's not quite, I don't know how to explain it. It almost has a little bit more of a green, like a blue tint to it. That's what we're kind of missing. It wasn't that it's dark enough, but I feel like it was missing a little bit of a blue tint. And so I didn't want to add black, because I didn't feel like that was what was needed. It is really close too. All right, so again, we're just adding like a second coat of it, because I just wanted to hide some of the black underneath. Okay, all right. Let's put that in there and that in there, and I'll put that aside. This is so darn cute. Yes. All right, so I just cleaned that off as well. So now let me close up some of these things so we don't get them everywhere. Okay. So I used Meadow, Tide, and a little bit of brown or bark to create that darker green color. Okay, so I did use these 3 colors. Look at him. Is he not the cutest? Tell me what you think. Tell me. He's so cute. Okay, we're gonna come back to the bear. I'm gonna let that dry for just a little bit. He's so cute. Let me just turn him around so I can look at him. Okay, surface wax. Hi, Tina. Thank you. He is really cute. Okay, so we're gonna add surface wax to the top of our bear. Remember, we painted this in. We did it first in camel, and then we painted him in. So now we're gonna go on top with that darker brown. Okay, it's called bark, actually. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like him too. Okay, so again, check him out. We painted him in, and we washed off the transfer, and now we're gonna use it again. Where did my little paper napkin go? I might have thrown it away. Okay. All right, let's line him back up. Make sure everything looks good. All right. And now we'll go in with bark. Getting the animal transfer for a onesie. Oh, I know, right? It is super cute though. All right, so I decided to make make him into a brown bear. Now you could do, I've seen gray, I've seen black and white. I've seen a couple of different shades of brown, almost like a hot mess technique for the brown. You could do the opposite colors of brown, but tell me that doesn't look good. How cute would that be on a shirt too? I absolutely love it. All right. So I went ahead and cleaned those off as well. Okay. So let me scoot. Oh, let me get my glue gun. Let's turn that on so that can be ready. And we're gonna do his little bow, a little bow tie for him. Do I have it? Oh, here. Okay. So you guys, these little animals, right? It comes on the sheet. And if you get them right now, you will get some free cutouts. Okay. So I'm going to put these back on. And I'm going to show you guys something. So my sister needed to do an ugly t-shirt exchange for her school, for her volleyball team, right? And so she was like, hey, I bought this t-shirt. Can we make it ugly? I was like, yeah, sure. Let's go and see what we've got. So I have to show you guys. I don't know that I can really do like ugly. We tried making it ugly, but it turned out to be really cute. Okay, so let me show you guys what we did. Okay, so it has a bunch of glasses and stuff like that on it. So check this out. I really wish I got a before picture, but I did record some of it. But look. They bought a t-shirt from wherever it was at. Can you guys see the glasses? And we added that volleyball, and then we painted the background white, and then tomorrow we're gonna put a pattern behind it. But it was just Yoda or whatever his name is. Grogu or something like that. Anyways. Is that not the cutest? Look at his little glasses. But here's the funny part is we're gonna do messy hair, don't care. But y'all, we're gonna use this egg nest as like a wig. It's gonna be so funny. So we're gonna finish it tomorrow. But once we finish it, I'll actually post the pictures and see what it comes out to look like. Grogu, see, yeah. I call him Baby Yoda, even though I know it's not Baby Yoda. I called him Baby Yoda before I even knew Grogu was a thing. Okay. So with these, right, I have this, and I have this little thing. I forgot to paint the back of it. Let's paint it while it's drying. While my glue gun is heating up. So, now the cutouts do come with, I think it comes with one of these and like the pipe, right? I think it comes with a pipe and one of the bow ties. And then it comes with all of the cutout shapes of the animals. But they're chalkable. I had to cut mine out because I didn't have any on me. But they're chalkable. So like I said, if you mess up, you can just redo it. It's perfect. But this one we're going to add a little bit of a 3D dimension to him. So I'm going to paint it first, just so it has a little bit of an outline on the bow tie. We're going to dry it, wax it, and then we're going to put forest on top. Okay? Almost done. All right, let's see. Barb is on. Where did Barb go? Did you wax it before you layered? Yes. On this one, we did wax it. Hi, Sarah. I hope you're doing good. I do. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of wax to that. Okay, and then we're gonna do the bow tie in forest. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that again. All right, I just painted that, but I just painted it mainly because I wanted to have a little bit of a color in the background, like an outline color. All right, let's give this a try. I'm gonna try not to move it too much because it's not sticking like a ton. If you're looking for me, I'm watching. Hi, Barb. Barb, you're up late, aren't you? Okay. Again, I'm just trying to carefully do this because usually on smaller pieces, sometimes when you wax, there's no place for the transfer to grab hold of on the surface. And so sometimes I typically don't wax it, but since we painted it, I did want to wax it still. I just have to be real careful. Okay, so check it out. See how it has that outline? That's why we painted it first. It looks great. We're gonna glue all of that together here in a second. Okay. So let me just clean this off. I'm gonna put it back on so that way I'm done cleaning. I'm done cleaning for the day as far as the transfer goes. Okay, done with that. And we'll dry this, put it together. Okay. All right, and we're gluing. And we're gluing. And we're just gonna hold it there for a second, let it all, yep, I'm tired. This will be so cute for your little edition too. Right? Anybody who has had some new kiddos born, grand kiddos, this is perfect for you. All right, let's put that down there because that's probably where it actually should go. I was literally like putting his bow or his bow tie on his chin. Look at you. Should we add him some glasses though? Oh, I think he'd be cute with glasses. Which glasses? We can make him an old man. A little pipe. I think these glasses. Oh, they're so cute. Maybe those. Okay. I'll paint these as well, just in case, and I'll see how it looks. How can I keep my surface wax from getting hard and dry? I have the same problem. What I have done though is I have put my wax applicator inside, and for the most part, it's been okay. Like the jar is good until I get down to the very last part, and then I do have to heat it as well. I think that's just probably normal for a wax. I had 2 great nephews and a great niece born this year. Oh, this will be perfect. All right, so I'm gonna add. Now, I will tell you, your cutouts don't come with the glasses. Okay, it's just the 6 animals. And I think the pipe and the bow, but it does not come with the glasses. But I do have some of the glasses and some stuff on my site. You just might have to search for it. Okay. Let's dry those. I mean, I could just leave them like that. Look how cute. I do think I want it to be in the forest color though. Is it this one or this one? I think that's that one. This is this one. Okay. I might just try and put this straight on and hope it doesn't pull it up. Last Christmas, my brother had 3 grandchildren. This year he has 6. Holy smokes. Grandkids are such a blessing, aren't they? It's like having kids, but better. So you can give them right on back. You get to spoil them and then give them back. Cute. All right. Let's put that back on here. And now am done. Oh yeah, he's a cutie. All right, let me hold it down. I used to call my niece and nephews rentables. Yep. Ah, what did I get over here? How did I do that? What? I love it. Okay. So, I do know, like we could add the back on like this one to hang this, or I could add a picture frame, which I don't have any on me. I know that Robert needs to get me a couple of them, but I don't have them right now, but I could do it as a picture frame. So I have the option to do like a little actual like easel type picture frame. You could do an easel where you actually set it in there. You could do the hanging one. What else do we have? I think we have the other one where it's like a little square and you attach a little piece and it sits like a frame as well. Just kind of depends on the look that you want to go with. Okay? So now we are going to heat set this real quick. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the ink mat that's inside. Owie. All right. Let me kind of clean up my mess just a little bit. I'm gonna take this out. So I have my heating mat. I am going to remove, I'm gonna remove the inside here. And since this is kind of going through just a little bit, I'm gonna add a piece of parchment paper inside of it. What did I do with that little baby piece? Did I throw it away? I had a little piece with me earlier. And here it is. Oh no, that's the big piece. Parchment paper. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to take some parchment paper and I'm going to slide this piece inside. And the main reason I'm doing that is because the green bow tie, I went over it twice and I can still, like I can see a little bit of on the inside and I don't want it to go through to the back. So that's just going to protect it. Okay, so now that I have it sitting like that, I'm going to take my parchment paper, going to set it there on top, and I do have my heat press here, and I'm going to do 350 degrees for 30 seconds. Okay, thank you. I thought about putting glasses on the raccoon, but then I decided against it. Because I think the raccoon's face is cute, like by itself because of the eyes. Whereas the bear, I felt like he had a lot of face, all of the same color. And I just wanted to break that up a little bit. All right. So now this little guy is done. We can button him back up. You can do it inside out and then you can heat press the inside, but look, do you see what I'm talking about? A little bit of that green right there. I didn't want it to go through to the back side, but he is so darn cute. Now I just have to think, like, do I need to put something on it? Like a saying. I just need to look through my stuff and see what I'd want to put on it. I'm gonna have a baby soon. Yes, he's just moving around in there. Hi. Oh, isn't that so cute? All right, so what do you guys think? I can put the table down a little bit now. Maybe you guys can see him better. So we did our little bear, right? What do you guys like? Do you like the onesie, or do you like the raccoon, or do you like the bear? Also, I'm gonna clean this real quick. Let me see if I can put that down just a little bit more. And how I'm gonna clean this is I'm just gonna spray this. You can see that there's some green on it. I'm just gonna spray it with a little bit of water. And I'll use my napkin while it's still somewhat wet. And I'm just gonna gently wipe it. I'm not going to press hard or anything like that, but I think this does help. If you wipe it down right away after using it, you can most likely get off whatever stuff was on it from that use. And you can get that wet ink off of it. So then check it out. It's real sticky again, okay? But now I have 2 more onesies, right? And I'm just like, oh, what else am I gonna put on it? Maybe I'll do the other 2. Maybe I'll do the badger, and I'll do the little fox. I think the fox is actually super cute with the little eyeglass, you guys. He's adorable. Thank you. One of your grandbabies that's on the way. The raccoon is so adorable. I know, right? Thank you. You guys, hit the heart button for me. I'm so glad we did this. I'm really glad that they came back out with the woodland animals because they're retired. You cannot buy them anymore except for now through the 12th of December. And that's if they last, okay? So once they're sold out, they're gone. So make sure you grab them. My link is below. My link is below. And I'll be sure to get it to pop up again real quick. Is it up there? Show. There you go. Okay. So make sure you guys grab it. Because like I said, it comes with those cutouts. Remember, they're chalkable shapes, right? It's not wood, but it's actually a chalkboard surface that it's gonna come with. And so all of them will get their own little shape. And then you do get the bow. I think you get the bow and the little pipe. Okay. Alrighty, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might actually be on a live early in the morning tomorrow. I say early in the morning, but like lunchtime. Okay. So if you guys are on, I'll see you then. If not, catch the replay. But tomorrow's things are super cute too. So I cannot wait. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something similar. I have a good feeling. Find out tomorrow, okay? Alrighty, guys, take care. We'll see you later. Bye.